Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Call for episode 226 of On the Backs of Gods. I'm your DM, Jillian. We have our players here today, same as always. We have Kyle, Matt, Katie, Josh, and Greg. Uh, I, are there any announcements before I jump into a recap? This is the Dice Call. Woo!
It's the Dice Cult, and as it just so happens, today, July the 14th, is the birthday of my beloved husband, Biggs. Hi, sweetheart. Love
Yay.
you. Happy birthday. Mwah.
Well, I can't remember if I said everything I'm supposed to say, but I'm just going to go into a recap. On the Backs of Gods, episode 226, blah, blah, blah. I'm Jillian. um, Currently, I was gonna say all of you were at Skull City, but you're not. The party is split a bit, shock and awe. That's not normal and what happens all the time now. But most of the time they are in Skull City, which is a city that's inside of a big skull. Pretty straightforward. Uh, Currently, they are interested in the goings on of a local gang called the Blind Eyes, who seem to be harassing local businesses, maybe one more so than the others, uh, and seem to be up to something devious or just assholes. It's really a toss up. It could just be that they suck and nothing is going on, or something's afoot. Uh, but most of our party has been hunting around for information. It has been certainly a comedy of errors as information attempts to be gathered, and the dice say, actually, you can't do that. Information is not for you. And everyone said, thank you for your time, dice. Um, but you all do your best trying to get information. Nix and Keld learn about a man named Corrupted Wolf who has nothing to do with anything that's going on, just that everyone assumes him kind of dead. And Nick scries on him and sees that he's just dancing naked in the woods. And Nix is like, oh, we should go get him because it looks like he has frostbite and has no intent of stopping anytime soon. So, in the middle of the investigation, Nix and Keld bamf off to the woods somewhere and encounter Corrupted Wolf, who um, either has a very deep spiritual connection to nature or it's just vibes. Honestly, kind of hard to tell because those things kind of line up pretty damn well, anyways. Either the earth is speaking through him or he's speaking. Um, but Nix and Keld kind of spend time with him dancing and cooking him food and trying to make him wear clothes. And, some of those things work, some of them don't work as well. Not much information to be gained from Corrupted Wolf, who seems to just want to dance. Uh, but Roshan was hanging out with his sister, getting assessed by a very powerful wizard who's basically like, hey, um, I'll do what I can to help you with your fancy ritual that's going to kill you and your sister. But there's so many pitfalls in this type of ritual, and you should probably look out for those. One of those being that Roshan is currently not as strong as Rose, and that he needs to do something about that, or it's just him who might explode in the ritual, uh, and it might just not work. But it's better if you both are similar in strength and magical ability. Um, Also, she tells you about how she's pretty sure that you were supposed to be one person, and during either the process of the uh, magic that was cast upon you before you were born, um, that you were split into two, or that was a total accident. She doesn't know. She hasn't talked to Jinli about it. The person who placed this magic upon you, mostly with the intent of eating you for the gaining of power, but she's not here right now and not currently a problem. Um, at least not your problem. I'm sure Jinli is somebody's problem. Um, and did you learn anything else exciting that you got to make sure that you actually really want to do this because just the energy of doubt can lead to misfortune in the making of this ritual. So that means even if you could find a way to transfer your magical energy to somebody else and have them do the ritual, they'd have to be 100% in it. or it may not work, or something will happen to the end product, which is a celestial being, and you probably don't want to fuck around with those results. That's probably not a good idea, but you can always try. You could always go in with a little doubt, see what happens. Um, our powerful wizard friend Alyona leaves and is like, "Hey, if you have any questions for me, you're welcome to ask, but like, I'm working on other things, but I'm willing to assist because I owe you." Uh, anyways, I support you dying for your fellow man and country. Uh, and leaves into the night. Uh, Roshan kind of throws around suggestions of what they could do for the ritual. Rose offers the suggestion of just give me your half of the magic. And Roshan says, "So what about this option?" And continues on past into other options. Um, Nana goes and sees Roshan and they talk. It's all kind of a blur, but the two of you eventually are like, we haven't really gotten any information yet, have we? How about we go back to where, because Fen shows up. Yes. So the three of you are back together for a slim moment, a moment in time where three of you are together. So Roshan, Fen, and Nana are together after Fen has a terrible time trying to get information from the nape, which is the lower levels of the skull, and eventually joins back up with the team without much in hand besides a charcuterie gourd and the hopeful setup that somebody will steal his box of arrows that he's been trying to have stolen from him and instead has only lost his money and his kukri. But maybe this time it'll work out in his favor. Uh, but it seems that information has not really been gathered. And so Roshan and Nana are going to go back to the magic shop that Fen had gone to earlier to gather information to see if they can get any more. Fen is going to take a nap so that he can go out and do some sleuthing in the evening, the late evening, early evening, late evening, early day. And Roshan and Nana go and find out that something was stolen from this magic shop, and it was a gas spore, which is like this large, big fungus thing that's mostly air, full of spores. Kind of looks like a beholder from a distance if you squint in the dark. But this one's petrified, so it's a bit smaller and more compact. Uh, and this is the thing that was stolen from the shop. The two of you exit, and in the wee hours of the evening, Nyx takes a moment to scry upon some possible members of the Blind Eyes, fingers crossed, and ends up getting a bit of information. Watching this person, Tintooth, move through what seems like kind of crowded underground space, moving past multiple people and talking about the possibility of a second entrance that they no longer use. Now we're going to start off after all of this information everyone has gathered. Look at you all. Information. I'm so proud of you. You guys did it. But I'll
Thank.
start this evening with Roshan and Nana as both of you exit the magic shop and are back outside.
Mm.
What are you guys doing?
All right. So, possibility of poison or something toxic potentially tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll let Nix and Keld know since
Mm-hmm.
they're more likely to be able to help.
Mm-hmm.
And Roshan will cast Sending.
And when you do, see if they've found anything out. I mean, chances are good wherever Nyx is posted up, she's probably done some scrying. She often does.
Um, Roshan will cast Sending and say, I think he walks for a little while before thinking of what he's going to say and settles on potential for poison on the behalf of the blind eyes tomorrow. If you and Kelt can prepare. Any news? And that's it.
Not even a toodles.
Wow.
For shame.
Rude.
Terrible.
Nix hangs up.
Come on, man.
I'd like to talk about new sending for half a second. Actually, everybody get the fuck out of my way.
Okay.
You can hang up on the new sending? What the fuck are you talking about? You could just say, no, I don't want to hear that? How dare you?
You can
The
say
audacity.
unread.
You can
say
leave it
no.
unread.
Somebody can start talking to you and you say no. It's like caller
ignore
ID
it.
for sending, and I hate that. That's not
I
happening.
don't care
Anyway,
for that.
Think
oh
of the
well.
petty options.
you can sending my bad
Petty
guys as much as you want.
possibilities.
Yay.
The answer is just don't respond if you want to be a little bitch about it. Just don't answer. Just don't respond. Hear
leave
the
it
message. Be
unanswered.
mad about it.
Yeah, that's an option.
It's more dramatic
many-
that way.
Yeah.
I think so. You know it landed.
Yeah.
They just didn't answer.
They don't want to respond.
Anyways, I'm done. I think that was a silly edit. My opinion. You receive a sending, Nix, that you can't hang up on.
Nix thinks about how she could hang up on this and would.
Hey, listen, if you cast like
Golly.
dispel magic or something, like when the
Mhm.
spell hits, you could be like, no,
Yeah.
and that's how you hang up. You just
That
gotta
does happen.
use resources.
Not happening.
No. She'll respond. Okay. Found out there's an entrance to their camp to the south by gooseberry bushes. We'll be back in the morning. Seems good enough.
Yeah.
We're not on Toodles terms.
No.
Yeah. We haven't made it back
Afraid
to
not.
Toodles.
Roshan will not say that out loud here because he doesn't know who's watching. So we'll head back to his sister's, and then into the mansion. Is his sister there?
Rose is just like on the couch and like watches you both walk in and can disappear in the middle of her living room.
I think Roshan will look at her and be like, "Please don't let this go to waste. You need more than bread."
What?
Come with me and get fed.
Some real fortifying rations. A little.
Maybe later.
Okay. I'll check back later.
Yeah.
And Roshan will go in and leave the door open. And then he will share the information about the south side gooseberry bushes secret entrance.
Oh.
And I'll share that with Fen, and he can take this stylish new cloak and do some skulking.
Should allow you to get along without needing to necessarily use those
Are
walkways.
you guys waking Fen up?
Oh,
No,
I mean,
not
like,
yet.
not early. Not early from his rest so he doesn't get his rest, but if
Please, I
he's...
have so few spell slots.
Has he gotten his rest? I don't know.
This man has like 3 hours left.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, you're welcome to catch me up, and we'll make sure to have that.
Yeah, Roshan does not
Information
sleep. I am
to
not worried
Fen.
about the information getting to Fen.
Cool. Okay.
It's just that Fen will probably not be part of a conversation between Roshan, Fen, and Nana unless Nana stays up very late.
In which case, she may not get her rest, and that may not work well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Roshan, after sharing that, and does Nana have anything else she wants to talk about? I think Roshan is preoccupied.
Well, for the most part, I don't know. I want to know if there's anything that I can do to be of specific assistance. I'll ask you about what's going on between you and your sister at another time when we don't have something much more pressing for time to worry about. But for tomorrow, is there anything in particular you would like for me to have ready?
Well, it's impossible to be ready for anything, but be ready for as much as you can, since we are working on very limited information.
Right.
Put the boots with the softest soles on tomorrow.
Right. Well, I can always break out the boots of familiar ground. I doubt that it would be of much use to actually spring up a Galunda forest in the middle of town, but they'll be light.
Well, have a good night.
And you. Get some rest. I know you don't sleep, but rest yourself, okay?
Roshan will nod and just smile, because what is rest? What does that even mean?
It means not doing a ton of reading at every single hour of the night. Take a break. Unshrimp your spine, you absolute walnut.
I'm not even gonna do reading right now.
Good. Very well. In that case, take your ease, take your rest, and see you in the morning.
And then Roshan will ask the unseen servants to tell him if his sister comes in or if Fen wakes up, and then he's going to go to the memory room and start looking at the spell. Like, we'll pull up a 3D version of the tabletop that his sister had burned, and then just start exploding it like an engine, like he's Iron Man and dissecting the spell, and just what can I do to do anything? And I think as it gets late, I think he wants to put out feelers with detect thoughts and see if there is a portion of the keeper nearby.
Okay. Could you tell me what this looks like?
I think it's pretty subtle, but I think he's brought up a chair and stares at different parts of the spell for a couple hours, and then will cast the spell, and I think it affects his like a glowing in his eyes, and he will I think he looks more out of the periphery of his vision than forward when he uses this.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Not great. That is a 14.
Okay. It's hard to tell what exactly you are sensing. You're kind of in a mind palace inside of a mind room where your mind memories are. So, sensing minds is a little interesting in here as it's like this sort of vague echo kind of on your periphery, just like this just growing sound almost. It's
Yeah.
hard to tell if you are alone or not. You don't feel alone.
Uh, then I think he would just speak aloud and ask, "Is that you, Odin?"
Give me a
Is
persuasion check. Sorry, you keep going.
I think he keeps going with, "Is that what you want me to call you?" And 32 persuasion.
Okay. I don't even know if you should have to roll it anymore. I think it's just you tell me if you get below a 20 or you roll a 1, which I think that's where we're at with that. Um, how long do you sit in silence before either speaking again or giving up? What would be your time frame?
I think Roshan has time and will stare out of the periphery of his vision, detecting thoughts until that spell runs out, and then um, go back to looking at the schematics, but keeping his ears out for anything he could hear from the shadow.
Okay. About 30 minutes pass with nothing. And there's the thought of perhaps I am talking to nothing. Perhaps Odin has been quiet because Odin is gone. But then there is this sensation. Kind of goosebumps on the back of your arms, hair stand up on the back of your neck. It is the sensation of being watched from afar, as if someone has moved into the space and is watching.
And I don't know that it makes any visual change, but I think Roshan imagines uh, Odin as this incredibly big celestial form, and in this kind of liminal space, uh, is inspecting him as if Roshan was in a marble. Like there's a difference in scale between what Roshan perceives himself and Odin. Um, and after a short while, um, he would ask, "Do you think the keeper would make a fine deity?"
You have created this display, this idea of Odin before you. Almost a giant made of stars and light and power. And you sort of feel the energy from that sort of pulled gingerly out of your grip, this thing that you have created in front of you, taken from you softly. And you watch the image twist and fade, spreading out into stars, close and distant. and there is a figure of shadow standing in front of you. The same height as you, the same build as you. It looks like you. And you watch as the head looks around a bit, as if pondering your question. I don't know.
And what is it you've been pondering this whole time?
I think I have been pondering the same thing everyone else has. Is how to either get out of or make the best of my current situation.
Well, I feel like I must look like a beast after the way your compatriots, the other shades like you, were handled.
Well, I think that would be hypocritical of me, as when we were of flesh and bone and stardust, I also had caused them harm. They are people I have hurt. People I have killed, I suppose. Some odd number of times. I do not think you did the wrong thing, and do not think you monstrous for it.
That lifts no small weight from my shoulders. Thank you.
I understand that I'm in a bit of a precarious situation. A reason why perhaps I have, even at the beginning of all of this, decided to take a back seat, to observe and learn and listen, as on occasion I have been known to, I think, act too rashly. And given a second chance, I decided perhaps I could think better of my nature and truly take in what is around me. And I am in a predicament. I know the Keeper, I have heard you call him, that they do not want me here. Do you not want me here?
What a tough question. Do I want you to leave? No. Do I want to finish what has been set before me? Yes. And those solutions don't end happily together. But I'd rather not force you out. I'd rather give you somewhere to go.
Hopefully, and I'd like to say this would bring you some solace, some calm, perhaps in some way, but I can also understand how it seems, why would someone need to speak these words if it were not a possibility of something to happen. I speak these words because I suppose it has. I have watched how the other shades have behaved and they have treated you, and there is the instinct to lie, to attempt to guide you in a way that suits me, a way to corrupt your thinking, send you astray. And I have seen what that has done. The only thing I can offer you currently, until I suppose we come to a conclusion, is that I will not lie to you. I will tell you no falsehoods.
Well, I appreciate that. And as we are running short on time and options, I suppose I'd like your opinion on the only one that we currently have. What if we were able to get your hands on Gungnir again?
Mm. That would be something I would be grateful for. That is something I would advise as a benefit in a few ways. As this is something you have discussed as a way to increase your connection to the shade, a way to make yourself more powerful so that you may accomplish this ritual you are interested in. I feel confident after having been part of, I suppose, all of the moments in your life where you had gained power after we joined you, I suppose. That we are the few experts on the topic. I think this spear, my spear, I hesitate to say, though, to answer your earlier question, I will go by Odin. Thank you for asking. I think the spear has great power. I know it does. It could give you what you are looking for. I worry that if you attempt to use the spear to cast me out without a safety net, and I cannot think of one, I will fight you. I will fight you tooth and nail to survive, as the others had. Though, if you were to keep me, I would do my best to help you utilize that power. But if it is used against me, I will fight.
I wish there was a way, but it sounds like the power doesn't, you plus the spear doesn't equal more than you plus the spear.
I think. And this is partially self-preservation, partially, I think, good advice. I have led for millennia. I am a god. I know of that power. I know what it can do to the mind. I know how it can change someone. As someone who has been changed by it before, someone who could watch their own folly and look back on it now. I think I am more of a boon than not.
Then is there a way to use the spear to increase my own power and not cast you out.
I believe so. We have on multiple occasions accessed power and retained all of the shades, as we did with the piece of Loki. I believe we could take the energy from the spear. I'll warn you, it is quite the powerful relic. Um, I think it will give you the energy, the strength that you need to complete your ritual. Um, and I would stay to be there for it. The only thing is, we were able to, at the beginning, when given access to this power, the power of the parapet, I believe, we were able to unanimously decide of our own accord to cast Fenrir out. And I believe this keeper is currently a bigger piece of the pie than I am. The keeper could initiate casting me out.
Well, perhaps with the knowledge they gain opening their book of secrets, we can figure out a way to preserve you.
Mm.
As
I
much as you've been quiet,
Mm.
it's always nice to feel like there's someone there.
I will say I am a bit jealous of this theoretical library, that I do not have access to it, uh, to be more informed. Uh, Not to say I would have opened this book of secrets immediately, but I may have. I appreciate and commend the fact that you are considering allowing me to stay, as I can understand why that may be a difficult choice, seeing as how it has been, seeing how it has been.
I'll just say that each time it gets harder to every the longer we've been together, the more it feels like being one thing, one person, an extension of me, and at every time I want to preserve that extension of me, and it's felt like failure, and I appreciate that you've been honest as far as I can tell and
Mm.
forthright, but I don't know where I'd be without you.
I may not know why I am here. And Odin steps forward, and you guys are perfectly eye level. I am not sure. Nor was the keeper. The machinations of what he once was, I suppose. But though it has been in some cases infuriating and constrictive and sorrowful, I am happy to be here, to be part of something once again. And that something is you. There are pieces of my memory that perhaps are not mine, are more this Ave, perhaps, or maybe the feelings of the keeper, or perhaps it is you. I don't know. But currently, they outshined the pieces of Odin that I am granted, and would like to hold on to those as best I can and lead you towards, as we have been saying this whole time, your potential.
Well, I guess you are on my sister's team then.
Mm. It's hard to tell with you where you lie on this. I would fear straying from this path. I would fear tampering with magics so powerful. That is hubris. I cannot stop you. And if you decide to go down that path, I will help and encourage as best I can. But you have been presented with your most straightforward path. Sometimes, as painful as it is, that is your answer.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for speaking with me. I hope you don't feel the need to keep silent. And what little wisdom you may have been granted is welcome in my ears.
I hope I can provide that wisdom as best I can. The things I did for it. And there is just like a gentle shine of a star in the right eye of the you that stands in front of you. And then there's a gentle knock at the door. And when you turn your head to look and then back, Odin is gone.
Roshan will go get the door.
And we'll go ahead and skip back over to Nyx and Keld real quick and then go back to who's at the door. Nyx and Keld, it is starting to get later in the evening. Corrupted Wolf be dancing. What are you guys doing? You setting up for the night?
Probably.
I think that's our main choice.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'd update him on the sending and the scry stuff.
Mm.
and get ready for bed. I
So
don't know.
Keld also knows about the blind
can't
house
wait
stuff
to
back
tell
in town.
everyone.
Yeah. We'll have to bring him to the town so that they can meet him.
Hmm. Hopefully he'll come back.
Just in the background.
He was really excited about going through a tree. I think we've got him.
Hmm.
Okay. So you two getting your hunk shoes in?
Yeah,
Sorry, who's about to fight? Stop it.
I don't know.
1 second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
Happy birthday, Biggs.
Happy birthday, Biggs! My
Yeah.
darling husband. We went to go for a nice breakfast this morning together, and we went for a lovely early dinner with the whole household in the evening to a nice Mexican place around the corner. If anybody's ever around the Charlotte area, Azteca is pretty great.
No, ma'am. Get out of here. You keep walking.
Sorry, it's hard to hear over the
Oh, it's
hooting of
valid. That's
cats.
valid. Mhm. We must chide the cats. They need to know they've done wrong. Not that they care, but they
Who
need
was
to
the
know.
culprit?
Was it Parcel or Wanda?
Your mic's not working.
Are you muted? Oh, we gonna do our 10-minute break? Thank you so much, 10-minute break. Go get a snack, get a drink, and we'll do all that stuff. Bye!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult. We just took our 10-minute break. We're the backs of gods. It's episode 226. I hope you have your snack and your drink. The party is vaguely split, some of them within the city. Some of them take nap so that they can split themselves from the team and go explore the city. And some of them are not in the city at all. And that would be Nix and Keld, who are out in the middle of the wilderness with Corrupted Wolf. And you guys said you were just doing honk shoes, right? Nothing else from you guys? Okay. That's around the time that
No
I
funny
decided
business here.
no funny business. I decided I was going to go deal with cats instead of this. And I'm like, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what's going on. Um, so you guys go to sleep, and Roshan, you go to the door of your memory palace and open it up, and it's one of the spectral servants, these mist entities, and it's like just knocking on the door very gently, and you can see that like Fen is up and like getting ready.
All right. Midnight briefing time, Fen. Here's the new standard issue cloak. Only you get one, so that's the new standard we want to live up to. So make us proud. And entrance on the south side of the skull by gooseberries. That's what Nyx gave me. There might be, maybe that's for the blind eyes, I'm guessing.
I'll take a look. Do you think there's anyone else in the party that would either benefit from the necklace of prayer beads or the pearl of power?
I'll take the pearl of power for today, I suppose.
All right. I suppose I'll go investigate a potential entrance near gooseberries. Is there anything else you need me to accomplish while I'm out?
Well, it doesn't sound like anyone else has any leads on the blind eyes, so that's. We went back to talk to what's his face, the little gremlin who runs Fuck Your Ma, and he told us that what was stolen was a petrified gas spore. I don't know. I mean, I think it's poisonous, so I told Nyx as much. But anything you can do to prepare against that, too.
As Sven reads the instruction manual to the cloak he's been handed.
Hmm.
Well, I think this will be useful.
Well, don't let me keep you.
Question for the DM. The tag that we got from Crane, you said you can scry on it. Do you have to be able to scry in order to do that?
Yes.
Or it's like, I possess this, I'm able to scry on it.
What? If you had the rest of like Corian's like setup, you would not need to know how to do scry, but without it, you need to know how to do scry.
All right. Roshan, what time would you like to meet in the morning?
Well, if it's a little past midnight now, let's meet at the early hour of. I don't think Nyx and Keld will be back particularly early, so let's say 9 a.m.
All right, that'll work. Message me if there's anything else you can think of while I'm out.
Godspeed. And bonus points if you can sneak out of my sister's place without her knowing.
I think Fen just like walks out and just doesn't care that he's walking out into the middle of Rose's living room.
Yeah, Rose is still sitting on the couch, like in the same position, and just kind of like quietly watches you walk by.
Fen will give a polite nod. And he's gonna make his way to the south side of the skull. Probably as he gets down towards the base, he will start stealthing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me stealth.
Oh, that's high. Um, 33.
Mm. I'm not even, I don't need to pick up dice, I think. For this situation, I don't think I need to pick up dice. Uh, you start stealthing your way through the lower levels of the city. Would you just give me like a little stealthing montage? Like, tell me the vibes.
I think Fen's eager to try out this cloak. So like catwalks and stuff, like draw like
Mm-hmm.
the suspended bridges and stuff. He's like on all fours underneath, spider walking,
Mm-hmm.
like not walking on the paths, walking beneath the paths where people wouldn't see him. And then, you know, from through the alleys, back of the stair, back of the shop, maybe up over an awning, like the ability to work in 3 dimensions in a way that he normally couldn't is like opening up all sorts of new places to hide for him.
Okay. Uh, you continue to move
Fen.
through
Fen.
uh, undetected. You assume. You never can be too sure, but you feel pretty good about it. You're like, who would look under here? Who would do that? Nobody. Uh, that'd be silly as you crawl under it. Uh, so go ahead and give me what do I what do I want? Because I want a few things here. How about you give me? Okay, you're about to do a volley of rolls. Prepare yourself.
Anything for you, Jillian.
Thank you.
Skill challenge, Fen solo.
Solo.
I'm just imagining like a Guitar Hero setup comes up, Fen just like skating along.
Okay, we are about to do 4 rolls. First, I would like survival.
24.
Then I would like investigation.
14.
Okay. Then I would like perception.
30.
Okay. And then I would like nature.
14.
Okay. This is certainly something that takes some time. And I think Fen already knew that because of how much time it's already taken, anyways, just trying to get to this point. Fen's like, I expected to be out here for a while doing this. The city is very big. It's a large city with lots of nooks and crannies. And it's one of those kind of never sleeping cities. But th- during these hours, it is much more sparse. Um, you move through the space um, in very interesting shapes and ways, uh, keeping to the shadows or leaning into a situation where you're pretty sure you are going to be seen and just being a normal person and walking by, and then you jump up and it's just like feet under the lip of a roof, and then you like scuttle past. um, Something eventually catches your eye, though. You see a man pretty solidly built, uh, looks armed and armored, just sitting on a bench. And he's not really doing anything. He's just sort of kind of sitting on this bench, and you're like, now hold on. And so you start kind of searching around in this area and see many more people meandering about than compared to the rest of the areas you had been investigating. That there seems to be a number of people in this block in general, and you are pretty sure they are all armed, which isn't the most normal thing in the city, is people walking around in armor and armed. Uh, so you are able to set up shop here. The only thing is, no gooseberries. Gooseberries do not seem to be goosen. No gooses be berrying, no berry be goosen. Uh, but you feel pretty confident in like starting to like take in this area and stake it out. And eventually you see one of the people who's standing outside kind of does like a whelp and like hits their thighs and stands up. They must be from the West. Maybe they moved here a while ago. Um, but you follow this person as they move down a back alleyway uh, towards what looks like a cellar door surrounded by boxes. And you can see a few more prying eyes in this area, keeping track of things. Uh, you watch as this person goes and opens the door. Doesn't seem to do anything to like unlock it or like tap in a fancy way. None of that happens. They just open it up. You see inside that it is a stairwell downwards. The person goes in, doors close behind them, and about 5 minutes later, another person comes out and takes their place. So it seems you are watching just the switching of a guard, but you seem to have a pretty good guess of what they are guarding. And boy, is it guarded.
The boxes that I see, are there any trademarks emblazoned upon them that I can see from the position that I'm in?
I would say you could be in almost any position you want to be. So let's see, just for funsies. Actually, one of them does look like it has Pink's logo on it. You can see it just like kind of really scuffed out, but it just seems to have been thrown onto this pile. Maybe it has things in it, maybe it doesn't, but it is currently there.
And this block that we're on that seems to be so heavily guarded, is there anything distinct about it other than this just happens to be where they're setting up shop? Or do the businesses around or anything have anything, you know, do they stand out in any way? Do these people seem to have any sort of cohesion, like, other than the fact that they're all armed and clearly, apparently working for the same people? Does it look like maybe they own the shops or anything like that?
Um, it looks like, at least right now, most of the shops are closed. Um, there looks like there's a place to get food that's still open. Maybe they're 24 hours, like Ulfrux. Um, but the thing is, this area looks no different than any other. It just seems to be a bit more populated with a bit of rough and tumble characters with purpose.
All right. Probably, yeah, Finn's obviously making a mental note of where this is,
Mhm.
but he'd probably spend maybe an hour if he feels like he's got a safe place to hide. Just observing the comings and goings, try and time out the changing of the guard and see if there's anybody bringing anything in or out, or if these people are just, milling about and being on guard.
Sure.
See if there's any individuals that he can recognize personally, like, oh, I remember that person from the dive bar that we were at, or
Mhm.
you know, yeah,
Go ahead and roll me investigation.
17.
Okay. And your stealth check was like a 33 or some bullshit like that.
Yeah,
Um, so
an
the thing
18
is,
on the dice. So
yeah. So I'm going to roll for these guards because you are staying in the same spot for an extended period of time. If any of them roll a nat 20, I'm not saying they're going to see you, but I'm saying maybe you and I need to talk a little more. But one of them needs to get a nat 20 for this to even be possible. That we need to even discuss anything. So let's go through some guards real quick. How interesting. Okay. So 2 guards got 20s. So we'll have a discussion. Once again, there is no way in hell they have a perception check that is high enough to see you. It's just I think that feeling of when I don't think this is true, but how people are like, you know how science says that we can feel when spiders are in the room, that kind of shit, because we grew up being scared of spiders because poison, whatever. Venomous spider bad. So I think that's the thing is you watch a guard become unsettled. And they sort of like straighten up. And another guard sees them do that. And also kind of like, yeah. I feel what you're feeling. And they sort of meet in the middle. And you hear them just like something feels weird. Like and he's like, we're probably just on edge. Like, you know, antsy. And
Probably just the wind.
they are going to begin scanning the area together as a little team. So I would like you to roll stealth with disadvantage, and I will roll perception with advantage. And we'll see if anything changes.
It's a 20.
20. Okay. What do you roll?
A 5.
4? Okay. So I actually do need to see what they add to their perception checks for this. One moment. This is a number I can reach. With these rolls, I think it's possible. Let's see. What do you add to this, girly? Take your time. Who need go fast? Okay. There is a moment where one of them stops, like right below you. And you just see us doing just this slow scan. Like you can see the hairs stand up on the back of this guy's neck. Like he's like, something's fucking here. I know this. I know something's here. And like he kind of like slouches and just kind of like puts his hand up on the wall, and it's like right next to your face. And you just holding your breath as his fingers are just like half an inch from your face as you kind of keep yourself propped up in this corner. Fuck. And then he kind of like pulls his hand back and he kind of walks back over, and he looks like he's like shaking out the jitters, and goes back and sits at his little bench that he was sitting on. The other guy kind of like shrugs across the way from him and goes back to his spot as well. The other guards are just sort of like watching them and are like, "Oh, interesting." Well,
Oh, weird.
they'll straighten up a little bit.
Probably like a little chuckle, little like elbow jab here back and forth.
Yeah, we got closer than I would ever assume we would get to spotting Fen in that scenario. I rolled very well, but not well enough.
Glad I didn't have to resort to my backup plan.
I bite him in the neck and I run.
I was
Like a drop bear.
I was gonna pull from the bag of tricks and just see what sort of animal appeared out of this trash can that I'm
God.
hiding above.
This man's just very scared of rats and is just a normal rat.
Yeah,
Or a giant elk, whichever. I have no
Yeah,
You
control
never
over what
know.
comes out.
Or a bad.
Never know. Uh, Fen, you're able to get kind of a vibe of how the switching of the guard works. Uh, you're assuming this is assumption because you can only be there for so long. Um, is that all of them are on a different schedule. It's not like all of the guard switches out at the same time, or like because you watch just one guy switch out, and then an hour later another guy switches out. You think it's like each person is on a different sort of time frame of when their watch ends and they switch out. So it is never lacking more than one guard at a time.
And it's all it all appears to be guards that I see. I don't see anybody bringing merchandise in or anybody that looks like they're just here on business rather than assigned to be on guard duty.
Nobody else seems to be standing out to you, and you see about 8 guards.
All right, having been satisfied with the fact that that might be the best information that I get, at least we have a location to watch and we have an idea of what to look for when we get there. Fan will start uh, spider parkouring his way back up to Rose's apartment to rejoin the party.
Okay. Let's do a little montage and get everybody home, shall we? Um, the next day, she comes. Go ahead and have your long rests, uh, if you have not had them already. Uh, I will start with the people who are most not here, which would be Keld and Nyx. Uh, you wake up the next morning and see Corrupted Wolf sort of kind of sitting on the balls of his feet, no longer dancing, just looking into the fire.
How do we get him through the tree, Keld?
I was just gonna ask if he was ready.
Okay.
All right.
See if he responds to the knee slap.
Well, we're gonna get up and I guess go over to him. Ready for some tree travel?
You know, I don't think I've ever been ready for anything.
Hmm.
That's all right. You don't have to be ready.
Hmm. I know.
Good.
Let's go.
He's kind of sitting there not moving currently.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Keld will happily.
Start
You're just picking this man up.
scare
Yeah.
him.
He's not light, but he's not the heaviest thing you have ever lifted.
Hmm.
He's a very tall man, but a bit on the lankier side. There is some muscle there, but it's closer to lanky than not.
If I can manhandle him through the tree. Scoop.
You pick up. He kind of like leans back and like relaxes into you,
Hmm.
Hmm.
just staring up at the sky.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll open a tree as soon as Keld is close to it.
It's a new interaction for Keld, but we're gonna get this man home.
Hmm. At least for a day.
Yeah. Can't keep him there, but
yeah. You open a portal and arrive outside of Skull City early morning,
Hmm.
holding a man.
Yeah.
We walk with him towards the line.
You walk over. It's the guard's like, hey, hey,
You were
get
missing
in
this guy,
there.
weren't you?
Yeah,
We found
we
him.
we thought he was dead. Nah. there were bets. There was a betting pool
Mm.
Mm.
because
Well,
like
somebody
eventually he
lost
will
some money.
actually like be dead. You know. Uh, I didn't lose any money. I think
Well,
most
we
people just
all.
assumed he'd come back, but you know, yeah, get in there. You carry Corrupted Wolf inside of Skull City.
We walk him to Bone Spur on our way up. Just drop him off with his people.
Feel like that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can at least maybe get a meal or something, drink.
Yeah.
Like a child to a bus stop. You
Did
take
you
Yeah.
his.
convince him to put on clothes?
He has pants on.
Okay.
He took off his
Good
shirt at some
enough.
point.
That's enough, unless they got a sign that says no shirt, no
At
service.
Bone Spur, you have
Right.
to wear a shirt. It's the rules.
Yeah,
Uh,
Bone Spur is the
mm.
one that specifies that.
Mm.
But you sort of like drop him off here, and he kind of stands in front, like a kid being dropped off at school. There's like a little apprehension of energy, and then that sort of like relaxes, and he's like,
Hmm.
"It'll never be home, but it sure is something."
Mhm.
Welcome back to something.
Mhm.
Where's home?
And he makes his way forward and goes into Bone Spur. The door closes behind him.
Do we hear the echo of a
All
cheer?
right. Well,
Is
Good
anyone
It's
job,
like
Nick.
excited?
7 a.m.
Yeah, no, nobody's awake.
The bartender's excited to see it.
Perhaps.
He's so
that
tired. He's
poor
like,
bartender.
yeah, okay.
Welcome back.
All right, man.
Cool, you're not dead.
So, unless there's something else somebody wanted to do or say or accomplish, I'm going to just cram you all into one space together.
Is I don't know if we have time for finding a magic shop that might have a sending stone.
We have to stop by the magic shop to see if we can get Sindri's sending stone.
You go to Ulfrux to see if
Fuck
you
your
can get
mom.
a sending zone.
Yay,
Oh, Fred, please.
please.
So, Ulfric, who is the only person you ever see manning this place, for just vague expediency, kind of informs you that he is not like he does create things, but he's not exactly a magic practitioner in the big fancy way that a lot of magic shops are. His
Mm,
things are just like acquired. It's almost like a thrift store for magic items.
yeah.
And he says he'll like keep an eye out for one and hold on to it for a little bit longer, but currently does not have one.
Okay, we'll have to
Alright.
go visit Ember instead. She
Mhm.
can make us one, probably.
True.
Ooh, you're going to see Ember?
Sure.
Oh, sometimes we do like a trade thing.
Hmm.
The magic shop owners, sometimes we do a little. 1 second. Goes over and picks up like this, like kind of, I would say hand height and width sort of box. It's wrapped sort of like a birthday present and hands it over to you. Uh, you give this to her. She'll give something to me. Don't look inside.
Got it.
I don't know why I trust you and why I have done this. It's he like squints as he
As
hands
we
the box
put
over.
this
The
away.
mystery is very tempting, but
I don't know, something about your faces.
Hmm.
Did you want to buy something? Or...
No, we have to
no,
go.
we just wanted the
Oh.
stones.
Oh, I see. Well, fuck your ma.
Hmm.
Oh.
We're not going to reciprocate his statement.
But
we like
He's
our
fine
mama.
with that.
We
Not
like
everyone
our
says
mom,
it back.
actually.
We like our mommy.
Uh, And my mother's also a lovely woman, but like,
Colloquially, fuck your ma.
it's slang for the name of my shop. Um, uh, and then I crush you all together. I crush you all into the same place. Stop it. Hey, you guys are in the same spot. You have to stay in the same spot. It's the law.
Nothing else separate. Nothing.
But we were told by Sindri he might have information for us.
I asked you if there was anything before I crushed you together.
We take everybody there.
I didn't
Okay,
remember that.
I asked specifically if there was anything, and you all said yes. We want to look for a sending stone, and I said cool, and then I said I crush you together, and then you said no.
You are too quick for crushing us together.
We'll be crushed.
I crush you together anyways. Canonically crushed together.
Kellenix
Crush
barge
your
into
meat.
Rose's house and find this mansion.
Where's the door? Yep, you all get together in the AM. Nyx and Keld, you get to experience the beginnings of celebration. It looks like people are waking up bright and early, going out, making their way like more upwards in the skull and heading towards some fun celebration times. But you are all together inside of the fancy mansion. Breakfast is had. What are we doing?
I did a bit of snooping last night, based on information from Nyx to Roshan relayed to me. I didn't see any gooseberries, but I did see a sort of cellar door that was obscenely well guarded. At least 8 guards, armed,
Out of the
on
ordinary.
fairly
for
high
the
alert
standard
for
street.
whatever reason. Not as lackadaisical as some guards we've encountered.
Huh.
And boxes outside, some of which appear to belong to Pinks. So potential that they were some of those that were pilfered by those harassing Pink, presumably.
All right.
Did I
Okay.
notice when I came through if the box that I left at the inn? Oh, we didn't go back to the inn. Never mind.
Yeah, you guys are at the mansion right now.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's box.
But yeah, well guarded cellar door. Didn't get a peek inside. Wasn't going to risk it on my lonesome.
Right.
Give away our whatever hand we have. Do we have a hand? Do we have any cards? Have the cards been dealt yet?
Well, it depends.
I might have a deck of cards.
I don't think we need to play it just yet. I think it's a little more important for us to square up with the fact that we've got a desiccated. I think Ulfric called it. What was it? A gas spore? Roshan? Was that right? Some sort of shriveled up dead thing looks an awful lot like a beholder. Apparently, there's something awful inside it. Toxic? Poisonous? I'm not sure. Have you heard of such a thing?
Have I heard of such a thing, Jillian?
Go ahead and roll me. I'm feeling a little rude about it though.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'd like you to roll me
I've
history.
described it.
Well, look at that. 17 on the die, so 16. I didn't roll the pink dice, so that's why.
You should have. Yeah, this is something, first off, you've never seen before. This is not something you have seen even like drawn on paper. Like, this isn't something you've seen with little notes around it in your grandmother's books. It is something, though, that you have heard in story. Mostly, it was used as a story, as in like a lot of buildup with the moral of kind of dealing with fear, I think is the moral of the story. It was somebody moving through caves and slowly becoming fearful as they made their way deeper into the dark. Though nothing had attacked them and there were no signs of danger, and they were well prepared. And then they see it, a large monster hovering above them. And in an attempt to flee before fully observing the situation, ends up falling. And maybe the story was edited for your young child mind and they were injured. Um, but as their torch rolls away and illuminates what is just a bunch of fungus, just a gas spore. And if you leave it alone, it won't bother you. You know that it is just a big bunch of fungus that hovers in place, resembles a beholder. Um, you know that they're basically full of air and spores, is the thing. They're very, like, they're hollow on the inside. And if you give them a little poke, you give them a little murder, and it will explode, sending these spores everywhere. And these spores can make you incredibly sick. Um, they can also, in some cases, depending, infect your body and cause fungus to start to grow on whatever host inhales it or it lands upon. Um, I think you know.
Next, I'll relay that and say, I sometimes wonder if I may have run into one, and that's why they're all over me, and maybe I have been infected.
Oh.
I certainly hope not, because
I
you've
don't
given me
know.
some.
Well, then we're both fine.
Well, yes, assuming it's the same. I certainly hope it's not the same thing, because I don't even want to think about where a beholder might rot, where rotting fungus would wind up turning its body into some kind of bloated, ballooned out
This just
spore
looks like
factory.
one.
I'm just saying, it sounds like something died and then got grown over with fungus, and now it just puts out more fungus. That happens, right? There's mushrooms out there that infect things and make more
The
fungus out
fungal
of the things
networks.
they
Yeah.
infect.
Yeah,
Of
there's a lot
course.
of networks.
Sure. So, I don't know. If something looks like a beholder and it's covered in fungus, I would bet, probably, it's a beholder that died and got covered in fungus. And if that's full of spores, I don't even want to begin to imagine what that could do to a body that inhaled it.
Or to thousands of bodies that inhale it if it's burst within a skull over a
An
town.
enclosed celebration in the midst of other explosions in the sky. It would not be noted. What can we do to try to find that payload? That sounds deadly.
I'm just unclear why they would resort to mass murder.
Well,
It seems, yeah,
it seems drastic, but
very.
perhaps they're counting on the fireworks to cover their exploding this thing somewhere more targeted. Perhaps intending to hit someone or something specifically under the cover of the explosions.
Hmm.
Could be.
That makes a little more sense. We just
Yeah,
don't know
than
exactly. Yeah.
The chances would be much greater for themselves to inhale and be hurt by their own spores if they were casting it up into the sky and releasing it along with everything else. They don't seem zealous or self-destructive in that way. So
you found the one busy entrance. You didn't find the one that I saw them talk about? That's not busy?
Well, once I found the one, I sat and surveilled it for a while.
Oh.
It took up a good portion of my evening. No, I was not able to find the one that was described to me. I suppose we might have time this morning to go look for it, or I don't know. What is our next step?
what was the significance of that entrance specifically? What were we meant to be able to find or see?
They said something that they couldn't go there anymore, that they don't use it, but they missed the gooseberries by, I think they might have said something about bugs. So maybe it's infested with bugs.
But it could still potentially be an entrance into their headquarters, yes?
Yeah, they just don't use it because of the bugs.
Could we potentially, I
Get
don't
rid
know,
of
do
them?
some exterminating of our own and make our way in the back entrance?
Potentially,
it's
I
worth a
just don't know
try.
how.
That's
Yeah.
Is
better
that the
than-
better thing to do this morning, or is that something that...
I would
Yeah,
think
I
the
think-
earlier the better.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think we should go stealthily and surveil that, and if that doesn't go well, then maybe try and sneak in the well-guarded entrance. And if that doesn't go well, then be prepared to knock some skulls at the guarded entrance.
Mm.
I think that seems expected.
Oh, also, Sindri said he might have information for us in the morning if we gave him a whole night. So we could stop by there on our way for more information.
If he thinks that he could
That
assist
could be
us in some
helpful.
way, especially if it could assist us perhaps in sussing out exactly what it is they're wanting to do and where
Right.
and when. Or any one of those things would be grand. So, sure, of
Or
course.
maybe he knows where Gooseberry entrance is.
Maybe.
Perhaps. And I assume he would prefer I not be present, so I'm content to wait outside while you step in.
That's up to you.
Well, I mean, it sounded as though he was
I'll
not
go.
the most at ease with our presence, so...
Mm.
Roshan will start heading toward the door. Is Rose in her apartment?
Yep, Rose is still on the couch.
How's she looking?
Kind of tired.
Hmm.
Did she zhuzh up, or is she just
Oh, she is certainly not sitting there without glamour on. No.
got it?
All of you have not seen that. Only a couple of you have gotten to see without the glamour.
She's just sitting there with Cheeto crumbs on her chest, watching Love
Yeah.
Island.
Yeah.
She's having a day in.
Alright.
So yeah, I think Roshan will get out there and say, well, we're off to see Sindri, who might have information about the blind eyes, who may have a gas spore and murderous intent. We're not sure.
Okay. It was like a lot of things at once. She's like, all right, have fun, I guess.
Yeah, get some rest.
And you all skip out of Rose's
Tra-la-la.
place.
Wee! Tee-hee-hee.
Not making eye contact.
do-
Kel, do you put on your stealthy armor today?
I have stealthy armor.
You
Do
have,
you not put on your unstealthy armor?
I guess that's the question. Are you wearing armor?
Let's see. I guess not for this endeavor.
Okay. What's your
see.
AC without it?
We're gonna find out.
Do you have your shield?
Is my shield
that
loud?
No.
Your shield does not cause disadvantage. No.
Yeah.
It's
The
fine.
handheld
Listen.
thing.
I'm still gonna use it with the disadvantage.
I mean,
But I'll carry the staff to give us the
There she
pass without
is.
trace.
Brilliant.
Yay.
Bless.
So,
Thank you.
when we're
13
doing
armor
that, we gotta
class.
go see Sindri first. I'm gonna cast and then on the way to see you.
Guys,
Yeah,
but my
yeah.
AC is so strong with my plate.
Keep it on.
Wear it. Yeah. If we're doing pass without trace.
If
all
we're
right.
doing
I'll
pass
be
without trace, you
fine.
have a stronger chance of being
Yeah.
fine.
And we're gonna try to fight bugs first. It's fine.
True.
True.
Yeah,
I
wear
don't
your
want
armor.
them gnawing on me.
Yeah, fair.
Real quick, we're gonna take another quick break, super quick. Like
Right?
Super
everybody,
fast.
everybody stop, and you guys can keep discussing what you guys want to do. But just real quick, a quick
Yeah.
little break. Goodbye. hello, we're back from our short little break. Now we're back, and now we're back to plotting. You guys are trying to figure out what to do. Please continue, as you were. If there's more you need do.
I think we're gonna go bother Sindri and see if he had information for us.
I think that was the
yes,
next step.
yes.
Yes.
Bother him bright and early.
we
Right
use the
here,
sending
Andy.
stone to Russ and be like, "Hey, you there? We're gonna go say hi
You
to
up?
Sindri."
Hey, babe.
Currently not there. He's an early morning guy. If he's there, he'll answer. So you all stomp your way up the skull, and
With my +2 plate armor. Stomp, stomp.
yeah, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Clomp, clomp.
And who's like going up to the door?
Nana's hanging at the stairwell.
Okay.
I
So
was going to
just
strike a real casual lean against the wall, down a ways.
I'm cool and casual over here.
Really far
Don't
away.
mind me. I'm really far over this way. But Nix and Keld, you go over and you knock on the door. Sindri comes and answers. I suppose we really do need to get those stones.
Yeah, we
We
went and
tried.
asked about some, but couldn't find any yet.
I'll put in a request somewhere then. See what happens.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're gonna go see someone we know named Ember and ask her about them too, because we have to give her a gift from the guy in town.
Oh, okay. I can wait until you've done that then, if that you'd prefer.
Sure.
Okay.
But we're trying to do the thing with the blind eyes, and you said you might have found information for us after a day.
We've
Oh.
been struggling to get anything.
I have some information. Come inside and we can discuss really quickly. I don't know if I have anything of use, but perhaps tell me something you may be interested in, and I will see if I have anything on that topic. I could relay everything I know if you like, but
Mm,
And that
it
could
might
help
take a
too.
while, but
looks at the people not
Yeah.
coming anywhere near me like, huh. Shrug.
all right.
Yeah, we'll go.
So we're curious about any potential targets they might have. I know it sounded like Pink's had been one. We just feel like there's going to be something, some sort
More.
of targeted attack, if you will.
mm,
Mhm.
I suppose that's a difficult one for me to surmise. I think it is interesting that they are bothering Pink, as I think very highly of Pink, but um, she has always been a bit of an overlap, I think is the best word I can think of this morning, is that she is very well acquainted with the people higher up on the skull and very well acquainted with the people lower on the skull, and has sort of been a bridge between the two, which makes it feel strange that the blind eyes would have any interest in bothering them. Um, uh, then again, uh, they are under new leadership, so I cannot speak to their new interests. If And the only thing I suppose I can do is go off of the information I have about uh, their original leader, is that most attacks were against people involved in government who had status, or buildings where such was housed. That was usually the situation. The rich, the well-to-do, the powerful.
Would you be on that list?
Of course.
Mm.
That would be an immediate yes from me. There is a statue of my father at the base of the skull. I hold his title. I don't have a statue, but
Yet.
Is there like
yet.
gonna be a moment when you and the other people are all in the same spot, like the really important people? Because maybe they'll try to do something then.
We are going to come out and do speeches. We will be in that space together, yes.
Huh. So we learn they have this. She'll explain what a gas spore is and what she knows about it to him. So maybe they're gonna do something and try to poison you all and turn you into one. It's a thing that they do, and
Okay. Perhaps I can, before we go out, invest in um, seeing if we can acquire potions or something to resist poison.
oh, if you guys like let me be near you beforehand, I can fix that. I can like make you protected from poison.
Okay. I think I'll cover this at both ends then.
Got it.
Just in case we can't be near each other. Because I will inform the others of this, but we, I think, are in a precarious place where we cannot stand down out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
So at least I would continue with my intended speech. I would not judge the others for stepping down and not wanting to put themselves at risk, but I will be speaking.
Who all speaking?
I believe it is myself, Chief Hollister. It's a 50-50 shot on if we're getting the Mother of the Sworn to come up and say something. It really sort of depends on her mood. But that is most likely the setup.
Hmm. Do you have any idea where their secret entrance might be that's not the one that they're guarding? Supposedly there are gooseberries near it. On the south side.
On the south side.
Mm-hmm. I would go to what seems to be an underground area.
I see. I haven't really seen gooseberries growing inside of the skull.
Oh, so maybe it's outside.
Perhaps.
Is
Oh.
there a
But
bug? Is there a bug problem outside?
not that I've heard about.
Okay.
I would say a couple months ago we did have a few bugs crawl into the kiln, but nothing of note.
Hmm.
And that was dealt with very swiftly.
Hmm.
Strange. Okay.
Do you know what kind of bugs? So I can try to find more.
I don't recall exactly what type of bugs. No.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay.
Sorry about that. The only other information I gained, and perhaps that leans into your theory, is that I spoke with someone who mans the door, as it were, the entrance to Skull City, and they feel as if they have seen less activity at the entryway.
Sorry, less activity of what?
Supposed gang activity.
Hmm. Hmm.
So perhaps that lines up with the fact that they are no longer using an outside entrance, or it is something else.
Okay. Is there anything else that we're missing, Keld?
Um,
Hmm.
do we know where they're setting up these fireworks and things,
Uh,
or maybe
I
where they're storing them?
I don't know that. I can,
Fair.
of course, have people look into it and maybe check to see if anything stands out. We can do things on our end. Um,
That might be a good idea.
Just in case.
of course, we'll look into it then.
Hmm. When's the speeches? Just so we know to get back before then,
Yeah.
just in case.
The speeches will be sort of on the tail end of I'd say like the switch um, is what I refer to it as when it's like the children perhaps start to leave and it becomes more adult focused, but so it will be later in the afternoon.
Hmm. Okay. We should probably get going then. Maybe I could just fly out and go check for the entrance outside really fast.
Then I won't get in your way and I'll see what I can do on my end.
Good plan.
Hmm. All right. Next, we'll get up and give a goodbye hug as we
Uh-huh.
do.
Yep, you get your goodbye hugs.
We'll see you at your speech, Dad.
Dad will be there for your big speech. Oh, cool. Thanks. Thanks, kiddo.
Stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
You as well.
And we'll head out.
Jog out.
Jog out. Bring the three together and update them on everything.
Fantastic. Good. Perfect. Yes. Okay, so you're hoping to go and reconnoiter that entrance and see whether or not it's relevant for us next?
Yeah, at least just go see if there is one outside, because
What should we be doing in the meantime, then?
Maybe scout out the festival area.
See whether or not there's anything unusual.
Any
There didn't seem to
suspicious
be
activity
anything.
going on?
I looked around yesterday, but who knows? Perhaps the
Today's
amount of
setup,
time I
so
spent. They were doing some setup yesterday, but there's more going on this morning, and who knows? Perhaps they didn't want to set anything out too early last night on the off chance that it got moved around by someone else preparing something for the festivals.
right.
Rex steps forward. I'm going to offer that I could stay inside while all of you head out and be your eyes during the event and see what I can do while all of you go out. Just something to note if anything is strange in here, and I can go check out the grounds.
That would be
That's a great
appreciated.
idea.
Thank you very much, Rex. Yes. And what's going to be the best way for us to stay in contact with you?
I have no way of doing that.
Makes
about-
sense.
we look at Roshan.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah.
I think that's an excellent idea, Rex.
Yes.
Wish there
I
was
think-
some way you could reach out to us if you needed us, but we'll have to make do, I suppose. We'll try and check in periodically.
If you see something significantly suspicious somewhere at the events, if you're able to get off an arrow with something attached to the end, perhaps, fired high enough for us to be able to perceive.
I would have to hope that you are inside the skull and not underground at the time, but
It's true.
I could try.
If nothing else, if nothing else, we'll try to also check in with you regularly, especially once we go to head down below. So
I'm not sure I can't guarantee we'll be able to hear it, but Fen will give him a thunderclap arrow. This will make quite a bit of noise. If we're underground, we might not hear it, but there's a chance we will.
And if nothing else, it could bring some attention to untoward activities. All the better.
Of course, if need be, I will use this. If you gather any information that you think I need to know, or something you'd like me to check in on, let me know, and I will do my best on my end.
Thank you so much, Rex.
Of
That's
course.
excellent.
I'll go now. Rex is gonna
Be safe.
jog up the skull.
Here he
There he
goes.
goes. And the rest of
Alright.
you are running out of the skull.
I have to assume. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go have a look at this side entrance, buds.
You all go downwards and run outside of the skull. It's cold. It's so fucking cold.
Burr, burr, burr. We
Um,
brought along our cloaks. It's fine.
Yeah, you pull on your cloaks while you're running.
Over the top of our warm weather stuff.
You head outside. What's the vibe?
Feel like we're...
How do we locate this?
Well, they said the south entrance. So,
And
Do you have
let's
that
be quiet.
spell?
which one
Mix?
are you talking
lets
about?
you find plants. If you could locate that specific
Locate
bush, if
gooseberries.
they're still there,
Oh,
would
the
draw us back to
bush.
it. Don't you think?
Well, that's true. I was going to try to use it to locate the gas spore, but we can do the plant.
Would that work?
I don't know what to call it. I don't
Are
know if it's a creature
funguses
or if it's a. I don't know
plants?
if it's a beast. I don't know if it's a plant. But
Well, we know what gooseberries are.
Hi, welcome to Is Fungus a Plant? No.
Damn.
No,
No.
it's
the,
not.
the question isn't
Okay.
is fungus is a gas spore a
Is
beast or a
specifically a
plant?
gas spore a beast or a plant? These are the questions.
These
It's
are
not
the
a mushroom.
questions.
Probably
Yeah,
isn't
it's
a
not a
plant.
mushroom.
As a person who has the spell locate animals or plants in this staff,
See, the thing is, they
Try 'em
call it a
both.
plant. They call it a plant in its little categorization. But I think they
Oh.
do that with all fungi in
D&D.
D&D.
Ah.
But
Well,
it's also no longer alive, so we'll see if that
Hmm.
status still holds. Up to you. You can also use it to see if you can locate gooseberries. Whatever
to
you guys
you.
want to do.
what's your
I'll-
preference?
I will use the 2 charges to try to find gooseberry plants first.
Okay.
Okay.
I will be on the lookout for bugs.
Okay. If you think you're doing a thing and you think you know what that roll is, tell me what you're doing, what you'd like to roll, and then roll it. This is not a skill challenge. This is, I just feel like a bunch of people want to do things. And you know what? How about you guys think instead of me?
Yeah.
I didn't have to think at all.
Yeah.
At 31 to perception.
Holy
Cool.
shit. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, all right then.
I'm using spell.
Okay, and spell. So I'd like a perception check from you, Nix.
That's only a 12 because I got a 2.
Okay. I'll give you advantage because you are using magic.
Wow.
It's only fair.
That
Can I-
makes it 21.
Ooh. Fantastic.
So far, no bug. As you move around the skull. Usually, the vibe in winter is not too many bugs just out and about. But who knows? You keep an eye out, though. Anybody else while you guys are jogging around outside, looking about? Are we stealthing? I see like very subtle head motions, and they're all in different directions, and I can't tell.
I think if we find the entrance to a tunnel and decide to enter it, we'll probably start stealthing at that point. Would be
I
my
think-
guess.
That seems more reasonable to me.
Sure.
I'm busy using
Works
a different
for
spell at the
me.
moment.
Roshan would have liked to stealth as soon as we get outside the door, but Nyx is already focusing on that, and Keld is loud as balls, so
Yeah. Might as well
Fuck it
save
for
our
now.
focus for, like, the small tunnel.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Keld will roll for something.
What do you want to roll for, Keld?
I don't have any good stats for it, but he'll just help look for any gooseberries or yeah, we'll just stick to that.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
14.
Okay. Nyx and Keld also roll me nature.
Mm.
nice.
Nyx roll with advantage.
Hell
Nature,
yeah.
nature, nature. 5.
Perfect.
21.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. That's what we keep the druid for.
Keld, the thing is, you're not like terrible at identifying plants. You're better at a local plant. You've seen a gooseberry before. And boy, howdy, you're just looking at a bunch of dead plants, like they're in their dormant stage, and you're like, it all looks the same.
It's
to
winter
be
This
fair.
is not a good season for looking for these.
Nope.
Yeah, you're like, this isn't gooseberrying for me currently. These are just all sticks. Everything looks like sticks.
They twigs.
But
What do goose twigs
so-
look like? I don't know.
so now that we've kind of started getting into the thick of it, here's the thing. With these perception checks and nature checks and what have you, there's really no failure. But what there is time.
Hmm.
The lower
Yeah.
the rolls, the more time that passes. It is a
Mm,
time game now.
okay.
If you think
Alright.
something is going to happen to Sindri, if you think something is going to happen at the fireworks, both of those are time based.
Got it.
One of them much earlier than the other.
Hmm.
So we'll see if what you can do. Nyx, because you are using 2 spell slots. And how long does this detect last?
So it's like an automatic thing.
It just
It's-
instantaneous
Yeah,
pops.
you learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles. If
Oh,
any are
okay.
present.
Jesus. All right.
Sure.
Is it a good spell that this staff has?
That's pretty nice.
If you give me both of the spell slots, I will
Oh yeah,
cut
it
the
takes
amount
2.
of time in half. Oh, it
I'll
takes
give you-
2?
It takes 2. I'll give you 4.
No, I don't need 4 spell slots. Why does it take 2 spell slots?
It's the charges on the staff.
Gotcha. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was just
Charges,
like,
I mean,
staff
like-
charges.
from the
I was
staff.
just like, what
yeah.
sort of spell want 2 slot? I was like, that's
It want
why.
2. Want 2.
I should start looking into that. That sounds fun. Something that uses multiple slots. Hell yeah.
I'll do it.
So, Nyx, I'm going to go ahead and say, because you are using this and you rolled very high on your nature and perception check, Fen, still no bugs. Roshan and Nana just jogging behind, like, here we come. We are going to say that so far you've been out for 20 minutes. Looking around, trying to find this, and after 20 minutes, especially because you're pinging it, you pick up on gooseberries immediately. There are gooseberries nearby.
Okay.
You follow your intuition towards it, and you find a beautiful array of large dead bushes. But Nyx, with quick examination, you are able to see that these like bare branches are very thorny. And after taking a look at them for a moment, you're pretty sure that these could be gooseberries. They're just dormant for winter.
Hell
I'll call everybody over and start looking for anything that looks like a cellar, an entrance, something.
Cool. Can we help to look?
Everyone look.
Sure,
I'd
everyone
like to
look.
look.
It's an
Gooseberries.
investigation check.
All right.
Mix will squint really hard.
Okay.
26.
6.
Mm.
32.
Jesus.
Well,
I also got a 6.
cool. I rolled a 16, so that's a 15.
Nix, Kel, Nana, you're here, and that's great.
These are the
Mm,
bushes.
these
You guys are
are
like,
bushes.
bush?
Bush.
Bush.
And bush. And
It's
bush.
it's pretty cool. It's about like some of them are like 3 feet tall. There's one that's like 5 feet tall. You're like, that's a pretty good bush.
The big bush.
This this is the one they were probably talking about. Is this is a
Yeah,
pretty good
probably.
bush. And so you guys are just kind of like walking around, like it's got to be near the good bush.
Yeah, it's got to be near the good bush. Why else would people be talking about the good bush?
Yeah, it must be
Everybody
good
goes wild
bush.
for that good bush.
And then it's Roshan and Fen actually just like bum bum bum, like looking around, looking for inconsistencies on the ground. Fen, you are moving through and you stop because you see like an inconsistency on the ground. And Roshan, the thing is, you just got to give it to both of you. I can't even think of a way to give like Fen less because he rolled a bazillion and you just rolled a bazillion and two. Uh, so, yeah, you find an inconsistency on the ground under the snow. Like there's an area that just looks ever so slightly different.
Finn will high five Roshan.
Yeah, I think we both look at the ground and then look at each other, high five, and then Roshan will cast control water and just like water bend the snow away and see what's underneath.
Summon shovel.
I cast shovel. You move the snow. I picture it very funny that it just lands on your friends in the background who are near other bush. So it's just like, boom.
Oh,
It's just
100%.
And just our heads poke out.
yeah. But you see underneath, it looks like it's like a canvas, like tarpaulin, like under the snow. So just like laying flat on the ground. Looks like it's like very light beiges in color.
I'll remove it.
Roll no, you pull back the fair. Fenn's like, please
But do you
make me
check for
roll
traps?
dexterity.
If somebody's
Uh,
going to have to, make it me.
Dex me, I dare you.
You pull back the tarp and there is what looks like a wooden hatch here. This one is locked. You can see that there is a lock on it.
I will attempt to open it with thieves' tools.
Okay. Fen
Get it,
leans
bud.
down and begins. Go ahead and give me a thieves tools check, please.
Get it, you filthy thief.
Got this. You've got this.
28.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bing bang boom. It only takes you a minute. And the looking for the
Oh
tarp
no, Jillian's counting time.
only took 5. Okay. I am. Oh, believe me, I am. I am certainly keeping track of time. Fen, you easily remove this lock, and the hatch does not have any other visible locks upon it.
I'll open the hatch.
No explosion, no triggered
Bugs.
trap. It is just a hatch door. It is a bunch of older wooden stairs sort of like set into the ground, heading downwards into a dark tunnel of sorts.
All right. This must be the place. I'll take the lead. What's the lighting like?
I would say completely dark. It will be Once you get past like where the light from the doorway is, or when you close that behind you, there's nothing.
Pretty dark down here. If there's anyone who needs to make adjustments, I don't know if we want to bring a torch or not. What are our capabilities for seeing in the dark?
I wasn't prepared for that, so I will not be able to see.
I actually think I might be able to. I've been noticing it's a little easier for me to.
All right, we're running out of time. Let's
Navigate
just
in
bring
the
a torch.
evening,
Let's
so-
just bring a torch.
Yeah, might as well for safety.
I think Roshan will like enchant just a rock from his bag and then wraps it in uh, a cloth so that it's shining like a flashlight and hands that off to Fen.
Ha!
And then Roshan would like to be the last one and will stick his head up out of the hole and shape water again to throw some snow on top of the entrance.
Smart.
Fenn's gonna look
Okay.
at this Sacco glowing rock and like turn and hand it to somebody that actually needs it.
Nana will
can't
pass it to
see.
Nyx.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to cast Pass Without Trace, or we're just moving?
Yep, I'm casting it. It's a
Mm.
at will thing for the staff once
Oh,
a day
wonderful.
or something.
Wow.
Good.
Useful.
Right.
Okay.
Excellent.
Be
I'd
as
love to know
quiet.
the marching order.
Fen
Fenn's at the
first.
front, Roshan's at the
Fenn's-
end. These things I know to be true.
Okay. I think it should be either Keld or Nana after Fen, Nana, Nyx in the middle, and other person at the end before Roshan.
That makes sense. I'll go. Well, since you, Keld can't see in the dark, so
We should be next to each other.
Behind. Yeah, y'all two
Mm.
behind Nana. Nana can see. Nyx
cool.
and Keld should be able to work their stuff together. And if somebody needs to grab Nana's shoulder, they can.
Perfect.
Okay. You cast Pass Without Trace. You enter into the space, and it is a pretty narrow corridor where you have to hunch. And Keld, I'm so sorry. The amount of hunch you must do to get through this is it verges on pain instead of discomfort. Like it's difficult for you.
Bad angle, bad angle.
Welcome to your
Roshan
phobias,
just
Keld.
walks through these just like up straight, like la la la.
But everybody go ahead and give me stealth. You add 10 to your roll, please.
With my disadvantage.
Yep. Got some
Our
disadvantage in the team.
disadvantage. Don't worry.
Ours, comrade.
No, our disadvantage. I'm also in armor, so.
Don't worry. The dice
good.
say a bad number.
Plus 10,
Thank you.
17.
35.
16.
27.
20.
Okay.
That could have been worse.
Could have been worse. You move through the space, dirt walls held up with old wooden supports, and the air is stale. And it is a musty, sort of damp smell, and there is the subtle scent of decaying foliage, just like the smell of some plant that did not make it, or some of the wood is rotting. You're not sure. Um, you can see that on these dirt walls, you can see where roots are kind of snaking down, and in some spots sticking through. This is a bit haphazard. This is not the best cavern, man-made cave you've ever walked through. This wouldn't stand up to OSHA. It's rough. But you continue forward and move through the space. Is there anything while we are trucking along?
I think Nana's keeping an eye out as far forward as she can squint ahead of
Okay.
us to see if she can anticipate anything coming our way.
Like Fen is very tempted to walk on the ceiling and walk upside down, but because he can, but he's not going to. He's going to walk on the walkway so that like if there's a loose board or something like that, that he's the one that discovers it and not somebody else.
He'd be able to leap off it and onto the ceiling, for example, to get away.
Suppose if he needed to, he could attempt that. But he also doesn't weigh as much as Keld, so maybe he's like, "Oh, that's real bad. That almost got me, but that would have gotten Keld." So
Okay, so are you implying to me through fancy words that you are trying to keep an eye out for traps?
traps or just general decay that was going to cause the platform to collapse or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Pitfalls.
Nana, perception, Fen, investigation.
Yeah.
19.
You saying something, Roshan? I can't hear you.
I clicked the wrong button. Roshan would give Fen a bardic inspiration to use whenever he wants to, just saying, keep us safe.
No problem. And Fen thinks he's doing a fine job, so he's not going to use it right now. This is a D10.
Yes.
I just like the idea of just like, thanks, man, and then just explode. Thanks, man, steps forward.
Jeez. Okay. 27 for my perception.
Okay. Currently nothing is standing out to you. It's pretty quiet except for the occasional sound of your footsteps, which are at this moment you presume only audible to you, and the sound of like dirt sort of falling from the ceiling, like clattering gently onto the ground, louder than your footsteps, muffled by magic.
Okay. I know that Nana's Devil's Sight gets her normal sight in darkness, magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120 feet. Does this tunnel go out 120 feet ahead of us uninterrupted?
Yes.
Cool. Noted. Well, we've got a long way ahead of us. Let's keep going. Nothing yet.
Fen, you move forward and stop at your first trap. You think in quotation marks, Jillian says, in quotation marks. There is a string sort of tied up low to the ground. It is attached to a bing bongy little bell up in a high corner.
All right, everyone be careful here. Seems to be a trip line with a bell to alert.
Should we disable the string?
Does it seem like people could step over this reasonably easily without disabling it?
This
I
is a
think we
reasonable one.
should. I think it would probably be easier to step over the string than it would be to disable it without accidentally ringing the bell.
Right. Next, Keld, if you need help seeing or getting over it, I've got a hand, okay?
Roshan will summon just a little glowing filament with little glowing arrows that point to it right around the string, and
Beautiful.
just instruction text that reads "Step over carefully."
Mind the string.
We will
It is-
step over.
It's so incredibly tempting to make people roll for step over string, but
I was worried.
We've made it real easy, Jillian.
I'll resist the temptation to roll for step over string.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Please don't make me
Maybe I won't
embarrass
be so
myself.
nice if we encounter another string.
Oh no!
The corridor itself starts to open up a little wider. Kel, you slowly start to begin to be able to like unhunch your back, but you never get to full height. And you're just too exhausted at that.
Yeah.
You end up
first.
walking past what looks like maybe a guard station. It's just sort of like an kind of indent, a groove into the wall, where there's like a couple chairs and a table set up. You can see that there's a book there that looks a little water damaged. Um, some cigarettes, near turned to mush. Uh, but the chairs are empty.
I'm going to set a single caltrop on the chair.
Perfect. You set one singular caltrop on one of the chairs. You
Oh
move
no, ass
forwards.
damage.
Ow! 1 point of
Oh.
damage to my ass.
That's my weakness. I get 2 ass damage.
Well, guys, I better put the gas spore down somewhere. Let me just put it on this chair.
No! Shit! Oh no!
Guys, this party's gonna be
Freaking
lit as
helium
hell.
balloon!
You continue forwards. Fen, you encounter another one of these dastardly strings. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky string with bell. You look to the bell, there is no bell.
All right. Not sure if this is a different sort of trap. I don't see a bell here to ring. We probably shouldn't disturb the string all the same.
Probably not. Just to be safe.
Let's step
Step
over
over.
this one as well.
Over we go.
But what's
Well.
behind the string?
More
mean-
dirt and some
Okay.
wood.
More dirt. And where the
Little
bell
dye
was,
there.
stone. Dirt.
Blue there. Yeah, Fen, I will just say, once again, this area has not been inhabited for a hot minute. But you're like, maybe it's a different type of trap. You do note that it still has like that same little hoop where you're like, well, that's where the bell was on the other one. So the bell is just missing from this one. This one, bellless.
Okay.
Same
Still
trap.
not. Still stepping over the string.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tempting to just kick the string, but I guess you all can step over it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean,
doo, 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 doo. You encounter, shockingly, one more string. Also
a whole
no
nother
bell.
string. Is the bell on the ground? Or is it
Would you like to
just
stop to look for
absent?
the bell?
I'm not stopping to look for the bell. No.
Yeah,
Well,
Fen's
the
not
bell
looking
is-
for a bell. He's just
Yeah,
stepping over the string. He's gonna walk up and around the wall, corkscrew style, 360 degrees as he crosses this thing.
Yeah, we should have known he was going to do that when we gave him that cloak.
You pass by another like stakeout area, another guard corner. Moving forward though, Nana, you see it up ahead. It looks like there was a bit of a cave in. Like it does not look impossible to pass, but the current walkway is blocked.
Okay. Not sure if there's an alternative direction we could take. The pass further down the way looks to be blocked by rocks.
Wish Saga was here. She could just move that out of the way.
It's
Oh,
mostly like dirt and like the wood beam that would have been like holding that in place.
Can we gauge how long it would take to move manually?
I mean, it's gonna manually. By golly, then I won't even
good
tell you
hot
about the skill
while.
challenge.
No, well then. Ho ho ho!
Boy, howdy,
Well,
it's
if
skill
there's
challenge
a skill
time.
challenge, by howdy then, let's square up. Let me pull up my pants here.
So the thing is, this isn't incredibly difficult. You all are very magically inclined. Some of you are very strong. You're a smart little group. The thing is, once again, it's not about failure, it's about time. How much time does it take to clear the rubble enough for you to get through? Mostly to get Keld through. Roshan, you're like, I think honestly, I could squeeze myself through. I'd probably get hurt, but I think I could get through. But there would be damage to one's body. But we're going to do a skill challenge instead. I need 4 successes before 3 failures.
Okay. I have a silly bullshit idea that I don't know if it'll work, but I have an idea.
Well, you guys get to decide what you do. The thing with failure, though, is you will add a larger amount of time to how long this takes. And depending how mean I'm feeling, which is pretty mean because you won't trigger my bell traps, is that you might take a level of exhaustion. We'll see how I'm feeling. Let me see if there's some nat ones involved, you know?
Is the path entirely blocked, or is it just blocked to the point that like nobody can squeeze through? Can we see the other side?
You said there are some areas.
Yeah,
that you can
there's
see
some
through.
places where you could, or at least easy enough to move some stuff to see through.
All right, I'm gonna move some stuff to see through. I'm gonna misty step and start digging from the other side so we can do this twice as fast.
Sure. That will add to whatever you end up deciding to roll.
I'm gonna try to do it stealthily.
Okay, so you're trying to do a sneaky digging.
Yeah, try not to make any extra sound while I just need to dig this big enough to squeeze a body through.
Just gotta excavate some of the
You're
sides.
doing more mitigating, I think.
Yeah,
being
like
on this side, you're able
making
to
sure-
catch and move things
Yeah, making
quietly.
sure stones don't fall through and clatter on the other side as people move them out of the way.
Okay,
Good call.
this will be. I'll let you roll stealth. It would be high. And I'm going to give you the Misty Step bonus. So this is going to be an 18.
Still using pass without trace on this?
Take pass without trace off. You're not technically like sneaking around, so I
Okay.
would remove pass without trace.
All right, I'm still fine with this. Yeah, that's a 22.
Hell yeah.
Pretty bad
There is a
roll.
moment. Yeah.
It's 7.
Where you do have to like catch a piece of wood that like breaks off and starts to like roll down, and you're able to like catch it and just sort of set it to the side without any extra noise occurring. That is 1 success.
Roshan could go next because I think he wants to use mold earth to get the bulk of the dirt out of the way so that people can focus on moving stones. So
Okay.
we'll hopefully use Arcana to just filter out all the dirt to leave only the big stuff that needs to be moved.
Go ahead and give me Arcana 18. I've also changed it to 5 successes because I want each of you to do something. Thank you for your time.
Fair.
I changed it.
Well, that is exactly an 18.
Would you
I
roll
rolled
a 2?
3.
Wowie, bud. Ooh.
There is a split second where you're just like, well, I could just move the whole thing, and you start to do so, and you feel the rumbless of earth around you, and you say, actually, I'll just do a little bit. I'll do a little bit, thank you.
Problem worse.
This is unstable, but you are able to assist in
Unstable.
clearing out rubble. All right, who's up?
Are you still thinking, Nana?
I mean, like, I let me voice my thing, because if Jillian says that it's a veto, then I need to think of something else. So, my thought was for Nana to attempt to slip through and then try to use her bait and switch fighter maneuver to give Keld a useful path through the rubble here as we're clearing it.
Keld's not too worried about himself because he can technically just Misty step through. So he's going to be focusing on using athletics to sort of just help get you guys through.
And
Okay.
Nana is going to be the one that shimmies through with her canonically enormous ass.
Well, now that you put
And
it that way.
And I do love the intent and the ingenuity, but I do think I'm going to say no
I
to
understand.
being on the other side of like a hazard and then being
Yeah.
like, watch this, and then just like just raking another person through and throwing them on the ground as you jump back through and land in their
Okay.
spot.
All right. Okay. In which case, I actually have an alternative idea, and I don't know what you would want me to roll for this. But
you get to pick most of the time.
True. My thinking is to make use of a brief casting of fairy fire to outline the bits of the rubble here to help better define chunks that can be pulled away, stuff that is supporting other stuff, like kind of differentiate the bits and bobs that we're trying to sort through to make this path clear.
I'm not going to think too hard about fairy fire, which I think just makes things not invisible. But I'm willing to just vibe with it, just illuminating the space more.
Okay.
But
In
what?
which case
So
would I could do
what are
maybe
you rolling with this now illuminated space?
I would, if I may, like to categorize this as perception because it is highlighting the actual perceivable material that we are working with. It is improving our party perception of the materials that we're trying to clear.
Yep. This would have been higher. It is brought like higher than the other ones. This is going to be brought down by the use of fairy fire. This is going to be a 20. So I would
Okay.
love perception DC 20.
Understood. Because of my rod of alertness, I've got advantage on that perception check. Better one than that 20!
Wow.
That's a total of 34, ladies and
Nice.
gentlemen.
Okay.
I could never.
The space is beautiful and sparkly while you work. For a
Gorgeous.
minute.
I
For a
imagine
minute,
it's,
boy howdy, is she
it's
beautiful.
the spores that Nana got from Nyx, which she mentioned earlier this episode. They're kind of
They're
like
so helpful.
fluttering around and kind of like hovering around on the edges. They're bioluminescent and glowing kind of like this gentle greenish gold.
Okay. Nix and Keld.
I would love to turn into something like a giant mole and help dig more of a tunnel.
Cute.
Okay, do you think that's like athletics? What do you think that is? What do you think you roll? You will be rolling with the mole stats.
Oh, you see, I don't know if mole stats exist.
We'll use giant rat.
How
Giant
about
badger.
giant rat?
Oh, if there's a
Oh,
badger.
Giant
sure.
badger exists. Okay, I'm now a giant badger.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Big
And you've seen
badger.
one
Big
before
diggy
because
claws.
Rufio has been one. So
Yeah. Biggie diggy claws.
So what are you rolling as big badger?
for athletics.
I mean, you can decide if it's something different, but
It could be something different.
No, I don't think there's too much that this badger
Yeah.
gets.
So
it's
we'll
got a
say this
burrow speed of
badger-
10 feet. It could just be movement.
Can I roll?
we
movement?
can't roll movement.
Okay,
We gotta roll something for the
D&D
challenge,
God said
Kyle.
I can't do that.
Wow.
So I'm gonna say that this is athletics. We'll
Mhm.
say that this guy, top tier at digging, because that's the intent. I'll give him the paddliest of hands.
The diggiest
Um,
of hands.
I'm gonna give this pink dye one more chance.
Come
I
on,
would
pink dye.
love
Diggy diggy
I
hole,
think-
pink dye.
the
Be a
DC
dwarf.
will be. Let's go with. I'll go with 'cause this.
An 18.
Why
So I
not?
have to get an 18, 19, or 20.
He's got
God.
plus one to strength.
Oh, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
17.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
17 and
you
up.
can do it. Come on, come on.
Would you believe this pink tie has once again rolled a 1?
Hmm.
This
Well.
thing is cursed.
It's gone. Goodbye.
So
no.
I'll just make note that that is a 1.
Mhm.
The that rumble kind of returns, and like Nyx, the part you clear out fills back in, and then some.
Shit. Oh.
I dig myself through to the other side. I'm like,
Yeah.
painful.
Well, I dug through.
Well, I'm
I did
here.
it, guys.
I did it.
Keld, you're up.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will say, just as a heads up now, if you do end up failing the skill challenge, I will be giving you a level of exhaustion because a nat 1 is in play.
Fuck. Okay.
So you
Me?
need 2 more successes or 2 more failures. All of you will get exhausted.
I was like, wow,
Not
I'm
just
feeling
you.
really attacked right
It's
now.
just Keld. Keld, go ahead and take a level.
Just because my
I'm
back
so
already hurts.
tired.
I'm so tired.
So, I mean, I'm no digging expert,
Mm-hmm.
so we're just gonna try to use our strength to move some big pieces that don't look like they're gonna aggravate any more avalanche
I mean, they're glowing. Hopefully,
to
you'll
help
be able to tell
make
apart the
the
different
opening
parts.
a little bigger so we can get Nana's ass through.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and do athletics for that, I think.
Perfect.
And because but the thing is, somebody already did it. So are you okay with that? It might be a slightly higher DC than I may have said it before.
Sure.
Unless there's another thing you'd like to pitch to me that it's a different role, but
Nah.
okay.
Mm.
So this is athletics,
Hmm.
DC 20.
Okay. My athletics is +8. Hey, 19 + 8.
Yes! That's it, bud.
Heave.
Yeah, you
Really
spend
working
time
in
sort
the
of
mines
clearing
here.
out the space that Nyx had kind of tried to clear, and you're like, well, I got
You
it. I
had the
got
right
it.
We did it
idea, but like
together.
this bit. There
It
we
was a
go.
Useless
team
mole.
effort.
I loosened it up for you. You're welcome.
Mm, fair.
Perfect.
All right, you start clearing a way through. Keld, you're almost at a spot, like, even without Misty Step, like, it's almost at a spot where you think you could safely get through, almost. You need 1 more success before 2 failures. Now the floor is back open to everyone.
How can I persuade these rocks?
Hey, dirt.
mean,
How can I tap into the religion of the dirt?
Like,
I,
I medicine dirt.
Hey,
I
do you
could
know
maybe-
Bosch? Him and I have met before.
I could maybe
Right.
try to like scout my way through myself with a survival check that's high enough.
Yeah. Makes sense
I might
to
be
me.
able to like plot through if Keld's been pulling
Use
bits
your
and pieces
survival
away.
knowledge to climb through the shit.
Yeah, like figure out, do I need to like squeeze my body a certain direction to get through that narrow space? Yeah.
Survival DC 20.
Yeah, Nana's been spelunking before.
She has. There was the one time where we met our good special friend down in the crevasse. Do you remember? I do.
Yep, one of our first actual encounters.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a 26.
Okay. That would be a success.
Huzzah.
That's how long it took you guys to walk.
And then on
Yeah,
the other side, there's a
before
string with a bell on it.
God
There's
damn it.
it's just a line
There's
of
so
strings
many.
and
It's
bells.
just it's like that one vault or like hideaway in Fallout 4 that's just like so many freaking tripwires all
Listen, you
stacked
gotta
up
be
down
safe.
one tiny hall. Yeah,
You gotta be.
gotta be safe.
It takes you guys about 30 minutes
Okay.
to clear a walkway big enough for a like 7-foot tall man in armor to get through.
Plus my
is it-
canonically thick ass.
Yeah. Nana's ass is at least not as thick as a man in plate mail with a shield
That's true.
and a sword and a pot on his back.
That is true. Nana's ass does not compare to
I
that
forgot about my pot.
density.
And of course, Keld's ass. So
And
all of
of
these
course,
things,
Keld's ass.
they must make their way through. Uh,
All of these things.
all of these things must make their way through, and they do. It once again takes some time, especially to do it safely. But you are able to accomplish this without any damage to your person, and you think as expediently as you could without all of you just like teleporting to the other side. Which, if somebody had been like, "I somehow teleport us to the other side," I would have accepted also. But where's the fun? Have a skill
Yeah.
challenge here.
Ah,
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Um,
If bait and switch worked that way, then yes, but no.
certainly not. You were able to continue forward. The space continues to like widen and spread out. It seems like they've started now putting down walkways and trying to reinforce the walls. And it just seems like a more put together space as you move forward. And it is just this dead, musty air as you move forward. It is just uninhabited, just nothing.
No illumination inside this space.
No, you see
Okay.
places for it,
Hmm.
but the only illumination you have currently is the rock in a sock that you are carrying.
Look at
Uh,
his sock.
you move forward, and Nana, something catches your attention.
Hmm.
This has sort of been a constant, is like the sound of like shifting dirt and falling gentle pieces of rubble. That has just been a part of the space. It is a feature.
Is it
Uh,
bugs?
just every rock. Bug? No. Bug? No.
I'm looking for him.
We're looking for bugs. Um, and then you start to see holes in the dirt walls. Just the pathway ahead of you, all holes.
Okay. Well, it looks like we've found the nest.
Holy shit.
Yes, quite a lot of them.
How big we talking?
Good question.
How big are
Um,
these holes? Fist?
Keld, you look
Leg?
at this hole and say, "This hole is for me."
Oh no! Kel, no! Don't go through!
Keld could get into one of these holes. Is how big they are.
Oh, good Christ.
Hmm.
Are they in the floor as well?
They are just in the walls.
I see.
Don't like that.
Don't like that. No, but at least we can walk. Well,
Moving forward.
do we? I suppose
Here's,
it's best.
I just have a just an idea, guys. Just you
Yeah.
can tell me no. What if we have the beat that turns us into wind? What if we did that?
We could do
And
that.
got
Ride
Take
past.
down them.
10 minutes to do it and 10 minutes to get back out.
But we could get there really fast.
That's true. We're not invulnerable, but so we'd have to move quickly. Wouldn't be able to fight back. We'd just have to keep moving.
It's just an idea, and I think it only takes 1 minute, so
Oh,
it's a little better.
All right. Right.
That's not bad.
If it's only one. Okay.
All right. 1 minute.
All right.
Yes.
That way
let's
we
do it.
won't
Yeah.
get stuck with bugs.
Probably should have done that 30 minutes ago.
I just thought of it. I was really
All right, here
distracted
we are.
looking for the bugs, and now that we've possibly found them, I feel this is a lot.
Every
This
time
is
we've
an
done this,
awful
I
lot
felt
of
really
bugs.
stressed out, so it just felt like 10 minutes. And
Yes, that makes sense.
yeah, final cast wind walk with the prayer beads.
1
Fen, you
minute.
cast it immediately because prayer beads do everything as a bonus action.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Dang, dude.
It's just a 6-second casting time.
All right. Fen will take the lead as wind.
Hmm.
All of you turn into mist shapes
Whoosh.
and down the corridor as you watch Claw and Mandible reach out from holes, and that is where we will stop.
No.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. If you want to keep up with us and what have you. We are at Backs of Gods on Instagram. If you want to keep up with all of us, we are at the Dice Cult on Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook. If you want to see what going on, how we got here, what story happened, you can head over to youtube.com/the Dice Cult and watch all past episodes of On the Backs of Gods. If you do, Godspeed.
There's
I
a
believe
fair
in you.
few of them.
Hey, if you got nothing else to do and you got
Yeah.
time, there we got something
Put it
to fill
on
that
double
time.
speed. No shame.
Oh, only double speed. First off, only double speed. I don't know what I sound like without double speed. But also, if you happen to stumble over to YouTube, you can watch our other D&D show, Gossamer Vale, run by Katie, which is Celtic mythology. And we're just in the beginnings of things, so definitely less of your precious time is necessary to catch up, because we do that show bi-weekly. So every other Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we meet up to talking to the Fae and dealing with bandits and what have you, saving towns to the best of our abilities. I think we did a pretty okay job. I don't think any of our characters feel that way, but like as an outside party, I'm like, we
You
did
guys
well.
did
We did a
pretty
really good
good.
job.
Observing
did
our
great.
party, I think we did a
Could have
good
done a
job.
lot
I don't
worse.
think our party feels very good about it, but I think
No,
we did a
but-
good job.
But who would feel good about it?
Yeah, you
so you
know.
can see how we did saving the town, and you can decide if we did a good job. It as we are by Thursdays, it will not be this week, but it will be
No.
the following Thursday. So you can
The
join us over here
24th.
on Twitch. If you want dice that you see, at least were very nice for some skill checks, you can go to the chat or the box below to get some dice from Katie, who makes beautiful dice that love telling a story. And welp, I guess that's it. If there was other things,
suppose.
fuck it.
Yeah,
If it was
fuck
something
it.
else, you can go fuck itself.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
G'day.
here. We appreciate it. We love telling you a story. We'll be here same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.